Alright, hello and good morning everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are back with our next Pokemon Emerald playthrough of Ground type, our fourth and final Ground type team. Be Groudon, Pupitar, not evolving it into Tyranitar, Quagsire, Nidoking, and Rhydon. And so as we do in this first episode, let's take a look at these Pokemon, read their Pokemon biologies, and then we'll get them up to level 7. So Groudon summons the sun when it comes out. Knows Mudshot and Scary Face right now. Slow leveling rate. Groudon is a massive bipedal dinosaur-like Pokemon covered in red segmented plates of thick lava-resistant skin that act as armor. It has a gray underside and large white spikes that run along the sides of its head, body, and tail. Groudon has 4 claws on each hand, 4 dozer-like blades on the end of its large tail, and 3 claws on each foot with gray markings under its feet. It also has blue stripes inside the seams of its armor plating, which can only be seen when Groudon is glowing with power. Groudon is believed to be the personification of land itself and is also described in mythology as the creator of the world's continents. Groudon is an immensely powerful Pokemon, having control over the land and being capable of creating a sweltering heat wave that spread out to the whole world, eventually burning it up completely. As Groudon slumbers, it is encased in a layer of rock that will be shattered away if awakened by the red orb. Groudon was hailed as the savior for evaporating flooded areas of the world. Groudon is normally quite calm and helpful, but if it encounters its rival Kyogre, Groudon will engage in a cataclysmic battle against it. Said battle can only be stopped by the intervention of Rayquaza. Groudon can travel on water by using its magma to form a path beneath its feet. Groudon can attack its foes by manifesting the power of land and fearsome blades of stone. It sleeps underground in large magma chambers. Groudon loves Groudon treats made by Snacksworth, who once encountered and waved to it in the past. And then our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Groudon. Ruby says Groudon has long been described in mythology as a Pokemon that raised lands and expanded continents. This Pokemon took to sleep after cataclysmic battles with Kyogre. Sapphire says Groudon has the power to scatter rain clouds and make water evaporate with light and heat. It came as a savior to people who have been suffering from terrible floods. Emerald says Groudon has appeared in mythology as the creator of land. It sleeps in magma underground and is said to make volcanoes erupt on awakening. And Fire Red and Leaf Green both say this legendary Pokemon is said to represent the land. It went to sleep after dueling Kyogre. Alright, so our next Pokemon here is Larvitar. It has Guts for its ability, so if it gets a status effect, it gets an attack boost. It knows Bite and Leer right now. Slow leveling rate Pokemon. Larvitar is a small green reptilian Pokemon with rocky skin. It has a blunt spike on top of its head and a rounded snout, and triangular black markings below and on the upper corners of its red eyes. Red scales cover its diamond-shaped belly, and there are several small diamond-shaped holes in its body. Its short arms lack fingers, while its feet have a single toenail each. It has a tail with a conical center, surrounded by a ring of plate-like scales, causing it to resemble a tunnel-boring machine. Larvitar is born deep underground, far from its parent. It emerges to the surface and grows by consuming soil, and will enter its pupal stage upon it eating an entire mountain worth of earth. This pupal stage is an evolution called Pupitar. Larvitar usually lives in the mountains, hills, and caves. It adapts poorly to bright light. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, it is possible to find a Larvitar holding a half-eaten clump of earth while it sleeps. It is believed this is due to Larvitar falling asleep after filling its belly. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Larvitar, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Larvitar is born deep under the ground. To come up to the surface, this Pokemon must eat its way through the soil above. Until it does so, Larvitar cannot see its parent's face. Fire Red says it is born deep underground. It can't emerge until it has entirely consumed the soil around it. And Leaf Green says it feeds on soil. After eating a large mountain, it will fall asleep so it can grow. Next we have a Wooper, who has Water Absorb for ability, so it will not take damage from water attacks. Currently knows Water Gun and Tail Whip. And so Wooper is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Wooper is a mostly blue amphibious Pokemon that resembles an upright, armless axolotl. Wooper's head is large compared to its body, and it has small, round black eyes. It has purple branching gills on either side of its head, and the males have more branches in its gills than females. Wooper stands on two small, round feet and has a large, thick tail. On its belly are dark blue curved markings. It is implied in the anime that Wooper is a dull-witted Pokemon, oblivious to its surroundings. Wooper lives in cold water most of the time. While sleeping, it partially buries itself in the mud at the bottom. It will occasionally leave the water when the air cools in the evening to search for food along the shore. While walking on land, it coats its body with a slimy toxic film that keeps its skin from dehydrating and insulates against the cold. The film causes a shooting pain if touched barehanded. It is a timid Pokemon that tends to stay close to Quagsire. Arbok is a natural predator of Wooper. Now shown in Pokemon Sleep, Wooper tends to bury its half its body in the mud at the bottom of the water to sleep. When Wooper also does this while sleeping on land, that's written weird. By sleeping in the mud on land, Wooper can keep its skin wet and prevent dehydration. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Wooper, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Wooper usually lives in the water. However, it occasionally comes out on land to search for food. On land, it coats its body with gooey toxic film. Fire Red says when it walks around on land, it coats its body with a slimy poisonous film. And Leaf Green says this Pokemon lives in cold water. It will leave the water to search for food when it gets cold outside. Next, we have Nidoran, the male variant. Has Poison Point for its ability, currently knows Peck and Leer. Medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Nidoran is a small quadrupedal mammalian Pokemon. It is pinkish purple with darker patches. It has large spiny ears with teal insides, oversized front teeth, and red eyes. Its back is covered with three lines of large spines that can release potent poisons if threatened. The center line of spines is taller than the other two. The size of the long pointed horn on its forehead is indicative of the strength of its venom. Nidoran is a male-only species. Nidoran constantly listens for the sounds of approaching enemies with its large ears. Said ears have unique muscles that allow them to move in any direction and even the slightest sound does not escape Nidoran's notice. In order to listen to distant location, it flaps its ears like wings. When angry, it extends the toxic spikes and charges, stabbing with its horn to inject poison. Nidoran is brave and will risk its life to protect the female Nidoran. Nidoran lives in open spaces such as savannas and plains. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Nidoran, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say the male Nidoran has developed muscles for moving its ears. Thanks to them, the ears can be moved freely in any direction. Even the slightest sound does not escape this Pokemon's notice. Fire Red says its large ears are flapped like wings when it is listening to distant sounds. It extends toxic barbs when angered. Leaf Green says it stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. And that leaves us with Rhyhorn, which is got Rock Head for its ability, and it knows Horn Attack and Tail Whip. It's another slow leveling rate Pokemon. Rhyhorn is a rhinoceros-like Pokemon with a body covered in gray rocky plates. Its undersides and rear are smooth, and it has 4 legs with 2 claws on each foot. It has a triangular head with narrow red eyes, 2 fangs protruding from its upper jaw, small triangular openings on the upper sides, and a short horn on the tip of its snout. A female will have a shorter horn than a male. The spiked ridge runs along its back. In addition to its rocky hides, its bones are 1,000 times harder than human bones. Rhyhorn's brain is very small, giving it a one-track mind. When it runs, it forgets why it started and continues until it falls asleep. However, it may recall the reason for demolishing something. Due to its short legs, it is inept at turning. It can only run in straight lines. It does not care if obstacles get in the way, merely smashing through them or sending them flying, although it may feel pain the day after a collision. This personality is how Rhyhorn expands its territory. Rhyhorn is powerful enough to shatter skyscrapers or mountains instantly after charging forward with its head tackles. Rhyhorn lives in rough terrain. A Rhyhorn's territory expands to 6 miles. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Rhyhorn. Ruby says Rhyhorn runs in a straight line, smashing everything in its path. It is not bothered even if it rushes headlong into a block of steel. This Pokemon may feel some pain from a collision the next day, however. Sapphire says Rhyhorn's brain is very small. It is so dense, while on a run, it forgets why it started in the first place. It apparently remembers sometimes if it demolishes something. And Emerald says once it starts running, it does not stop. Its tiny brain makes it so stupid that it can't remember why it started running in the first place. Fire Red says, strong but not too bright. This Pokemon can shatter even a skyscraper with its charging tackles. And Leaf Green says its massive bones are 1,000 times harder than human bones. Its tackle can knock a semi-trailer flying. Alright, so we're going to work on getting this team up to level 7. We're going to move Wooper up front first because we want special attack and special defense on Wooper. And special defense is, of course, Lotads, which it can't really take on right now because it only knows Water Gun. I did not want Larvitar out. I wanted Nidoran. I switched to the wrong Pokemon. So we are going to have Nidoran help it get its special attack because we also, or not special attack, special defense, because we also want special defense on Nidoran. As you can see, Nidoran is leveling up very fast compared to Wooper. It'd be nice if we ran into some Ralts. Oh my gosh, all these Pokemon not letting us run away. Poor Wooper. I have not seen a single Ralts yet with any of these Pokemon. Oh my gosh, back off. Didn't get a single fight in because all the fights that we had, they decided that they weren't going to let us run away and they were going to fight Wooper. Come on. Thank you. That's gonna level up Nidoran to 7. If that's the case, we're just gonna keep going using Nidoran to help it level up. There's a Ralts. Still beating up on my Wooper like a bunch of bullies. At this rate, Nidoran's gonna hit level 8. And here it is. So Nidoran learned Focus Energy. This will level up Wooper to 7. Really, we just need a different attack on Wooper. Alright, Rhyhorn wants attack and defense, so we want Poochyenas and Seedots. There's our Ralts, of course, that we were looking for Wooper. Let's beat up on some Poochyenas. Now, we're going to be fighting a bunch. We're going to be fighting everything in this game, all the trainers. Because we have 3 slow leveling rate Pokemon on this team. So it's going to take us a lot of experience to be getting up late game. Really just looking for Poochyenas. I don't expect to find any Seedots. We ran into one, like, first off in this episode. That's our 1% encounter that we were going to get. Yeah, all the Ralts are going to come out now because it's just going to be taunting me. Taunting me? Oh, a Seedot. What do you know? No, Poochyenas. There we go. Alright, now we'll swap to Larvitar. Larvitar wants HP and attack, so we want Poochyenas and Wurmples. Poochyenas will be a little tough to get through right now because all we know is Bite. Wurmples shouldn't be too bad. Zigzag Goons need to just back off. Poochyenas seem to have a lot of special defense. Rolly was taking those those bites. Alright. Had to go back and heal because we needed more bites to continue on training. Only had like 5 left. And that leaves Groudon, who wants attacking speed. So Poochyenas and Zigzagoons. Good deal. We're also going to gain a lot of time in this playthrough for all this time that we throw up the sun. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it'll add up over the course of the episodes. One more. Alright, there's level 7 on everybody. And Groudon, is, being a legendary, has just got dumb stats. Well, Groudon and Wooper are going to be our answer to the water type stuff that we fight later in the game. We don't have to worry too much about grass stuff, but we eventually... Or we'll fight a few trainers that have some good grass Pokemon, but not a lot. We're going to start off with Rhyhorn on this first fight. And here we go. So we'll get through this episode, and I will do my leveling up off screen, up to level 15, and then we'll get our second one in later today once that's done. It'll take a bit because it's just going to take a while to level up these Pokemon. And there's not much I can do about that. Alright, we need to swap a Larvitar up for this next fight. Now, anytime we fight any flying Pokemon, we're going to have to use something else right now besides Groudon to take it down. So we have like a Tailo coming up. So we'll let Nidoran go in and get it, because it's our other fast Pokemon. Quagsire, Rhyhorn, Pupitar, not fast. There we go. Good deal. So we'll just go straight out with Nidoran, so it gets all 4 speed EVs it needs here just to be at that multiple of 4. This is like the only Tailo we fight anyways with these trainers beforehand. All the other speed stuff, Groudon's not going to have any issue with. Up our crit chance. Nidoran is going to just level up fast. Good poison point. Now we just want to get a Focus Energy crit, if we can. It'll go down after this next step, though. Poison point, so good. Like, any of those status effect on contact, flame body, static, poison point, good stuff. Now, I would throw Larvitar out against this Shroomish to get more HP on it, but that is not a good matchup for Larvitar. Nidoran just going to be our catch-all Pokemon. Ground's not very effective against grass. Alright, let's grab this potion. By the way, I also, as you know, like with at the end of these games, I use rare candies to do that last bit of leveling before the Elite Four and stuff. So I already have the rare candies in my inventory. I just put them in now, so I don't have to cheat them in again later. Since we were already, cheating in Pokemon. So I have a bunch of rare candies in my inventory, but we're not doing anything with them. Alright, Get past all this intro talking. Bam! C-Dot. We'll go to Rhyhorn. Okay, we are not going to take it down before it releases that, so we're just going to Tail Whip a little bit. And then we'll go in with another Horn attack. One shot. All right. Let's keep going. Sorry, I was looking at something. Dropped that Zigzagoon like it was nothing. There's another Shroomish coming up that Groudon will take on to get that HP stat up to a multiple of 4. Swap Larvitar. Easy peasy. Larvitar already learned Sandstorm. Might as well take it out because I'll need that HP later. Or I'll need the experience. Let's swap Rhyhorn up. Very nice. Alright, so let's swap Wooper up to do this next fight so it can get a little defense stat, so when we use it in the upcoming double battle, it'll get to a multiple of 4. Let me go. Jeez. Very nice. And then we'll swap back to Rhyhorn. So evolution-wise, we'll see our first evolution next episode, and that'll be Nidoran and Nidorino. And then we'll see our next one the episode after that, and that'll be Wooper and the Quagsire. And then we'll get Nidorino and the Nidoking after that. Larvitar into Pupitar. And then finally Rhyhorn into Rhydon at like level 42. And don't worry about the special attack that I'm going to get on Well, actually, I could just swap Rhyhorn in like this, then go back to Nidoran, and then it'll get the special defense it needs to be at a even number after this upcoming double battle. Surprised it's not using Absorb. Alright, there we go. So as it usually is, this first episode is going to be a short one because we get up here to Rustboro and then I have a lot of grass training to do. Alright. Takes care of the C-Dot, and all we have left is the Wooper now. Oh, the Lotad, not Wooper. Wooper's mine. Alright. So we're just going to Mud Shot 3 Magikarps and then be done. One more. Let's go grab this item for us to sell. Well, I guess I can check. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but no one can learn Bullet Seed, right? Nope. Let's go get cut. Teach it to Mew. Heal up. All right, and that's where we're going to end our episode for this morning. So we will be back later today with another episode as we get our team, after I get my team grass trained. So we hope you all enjoyed the episode this morning. We'll see you later with more Pokemon.